Thank you, Nick. We have one more speaker here tonight. It's Ross McCurdy. He's a science teacher from Pontiac High School, and he's an environmentalist. Come on down, Ross.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's great to see everybody here today. It's so nice to see people fighting the good fight here. All of us here know this, that temperatures have been rising and we're breaking new heat records every year. Carbon dioxide levels, over 400 parts per million, the highest in human history, the highest ever recorded. We all know why this is happening. It's from burning fossil fuels. This is the problem, and we know the solutions as well. Science and common sense tells us we need to move away from fossil fuels. This proposed power plant is taking the exact opposite approach we need to go in. We need to be heading one direction. This power plant is taking us in the exact opposite direction of all sensible science. This power plant, as you guys know, is going to destroy 200 acres of pristine forest in northwestern Rhode Island. This is a time when we need to be planting trees, not cutting them down. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, so where's the logic here? We're going to cut down 200 acres of trees that are absorbing carbon dioxide to start burning natural gas and diesel fuel, producing emissions and more carbon dioxide. This plant is going to consume 200,000 gallons of water every day, except during peak periods when it's going to consume about 1 million gallons of water every day, all brought in by truck. By truck that will increase traffic on our roads all over in semi-rural areas. We don't want that. Rhode Island's carbon dioxide emissions will increase 38%. There's no way we're ever going to get on track to meet our carbon goals if we build this power plant. This is a fight. It's $1 billion in an out-of-state deal for a power plant that we don't need, we don't want, and we will fight to keep it out of our area. Imagine what $1 billion worth of solar panels would look like on people's roofs here in Rhode Island. Imagine what $1 billion of wind turbines would look like creating clean energy. This is where we need to focus our effort and our money, and we can do this. If this plant is built, it's going to consume fossil fuels, natural gas, most of it coming from fracking. We know what fracking is, hydraulic fracturing, not environmentally friendly whatsoever. It's going to be using fossil fuels, huge amounts, for decades. It's going to be burning diesel fuel for decades. It's going to be producing pollution for decades, and it's going to be raising carbon dioxide levels again for decades. Got a lot of stuff here, let me tell you. And I thank you for your patience with all this. We've been a leader by building the first offshore wind turbines in America. This is the direction we need to head. We've got, what, about 4 or 5 wind turbines out there right off the shore of Block Island there. This is what we need to be building. The East Coast, our own East Coast, is a Saudi Arabia of wind. We need to harness this wind. I'm not against building things. We aren't against building things. We just need to build the right things and things that are going to have a renewable, sustainable future for us. Offshore wind is huge in Europe. Anything they can do in Europe, we can do bigger here. This is America. We did it with Slater Mill. We can do it again. The people working to build this power plant need to have their children read to them Dr. Seuss's story, The Lorax. You guys all know that story. And carved into the stone of the Onceler's fallen tower is a single word, unless. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. Simple, and it's powerful. It moves me to see all of you here today who do care a whole awful lot, who care about the future of our children and our children's children. Our future is at stake here. We need to move in the right direction and not the wrong direction, which is this power plant. Woo! Keep caring, keep fighting the good fight. No new power plant. Thank you.